Back in the Evil Falls, we're going to start up on DeathStorm. I would love to say that I have some kind of clever intro, something funny. My brain is still rattled from today's events. I'm very happy, and somehow that has sucked out all of my creativity. So let's get to the video.
There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Gravity here, and this is a DC World Squad video. In this video, I'm going to go through DeathStorm right now. I think I've already done Superwoman and I've already done Johnny Quick. We're going to go into DeathStorm, and I'll be honest, the real reason why my brain is kind of fried is because I'm on chat and we've been debating on like how crappy the end of Game of Thrones was, how crappy Batman vs Superman is. I've been giggling all day, so it's a good start to the morning. So what we're going to do is go ahead and hop into DeathStorm. And actually, let's go ahead and hop into the recommended first. DeathStorm is devoid of morals and ethics. The more success he has in the field of biology, the more dangerous he becomes to the world. I have to be honest, I never really saw DeathStorm before this. And I've watched like Crisis on Two Earths, but I never read the comic book series. And then I think I saw Crisis on Infinity Earths, like when they did it, that whole Flash series. But I don't know, they didn't have Ultraman in them in that, right? I'm talking about the animated Crisis on Two Earths. So maybe I need to go back and read the comic because I never heard of DeathStorm before. DeathStorm's nuclear field skill projects a force field that steals a portion of your team's healing and sacrificed health. It'll backfire and deal superpower damage to DeathStorm if it absorbs too much. So focus on overloading it with the characters that heal or use sacrifice. So DeathStorm's nuclear field skill projects a force field that steals a portion of your team's health, your team's healing, and okay. It'll backfire and deal super power damage to DeathStorm. Okay. So then that's why they have the team synergies of Kid Flash and of Pandora, because she has a sacrifice mechanic. And that's why Constantine makes sense. He has a sacrifice mechanic as well. Okay, now all of the characters make sense. Your Black Canary, she does do healing. Your Kid Flash, best healer in the game. Both Constantine and Pandora sacrifice. I think Phantom Stranger also does. Does he do sacrifice or healing? I'm not sure. I haven't read his kit, to be honest. Or at least not more than once. All right, so I just removed two characters from Level Link. And I'm wondering if I should put her in there now just for this. All right, so then we'll go into his skills. So Nuclear Flame. Launches 3 fireballs at the 3 enemies with the highest HP percentage, dealing superpower damage equal to 60% of attack. Now, this is an anti-Superman thing. And not even anti-Superman, but this is why I can't bring Superman in. I'm glad I've seen this, because I can show you, I think I had Superman in. Superman is weak to superpower damage. He's good against physical damage. And he's going to have the highest health because he's a tank. So, yeah. That means I probably shouldn't have Superman on the squad. Summons a force field that envelops all of DeathStorm's enemies for 2 turns. Okay. The force field absorbs 50% of enemy healing. The absorption is equal to 500% of DeathStorm's attack stat. Okay. Each time an enemy triggers sacrifice, the force field will absorb 300% of the sacrifice HP. If the absorbed value exceeds the maximum value for the duration, DeathStorm will take superpower damage equal to 40% of the value absorbed. All right. If the force field does not absorb its maximum value at the end of the duration, it deals superpower damage equal to 150% of the value not absorbed. The damage is shared by all of DeathStorm's enemies. For every 30% of the value not absorbed, it adds 2 stacks of armor break to all enemies that last until the end of battle. That is long and complicated. I'm going to say, hey, when he has a force field on you, be sure to heal and sacrifice as much as possible to get that value up, because if you don't, you get hurt. That is a lot. Okay, genetic recombination. Deals damage equal to 70% of current HP to the unit with the highest attack and adds 1 stack of weaken. That lasts until the end of battle. When the target's HP is higher than 50% of max HP, removes weaken. Okay. So then if you heal him, that's what happens. What is his current attack? All right. Ooh, no. You already had your turn, Superwoman. Relentless. When dealing damage to an enemy whose max HP is higher than 70%, attack increases attack by 30%. Uses another basic attack after killing the enemy. Now, special effects. Becomes immune to control status when inflicted with one or more, converts it to one stack of armor break for 3 turns. When proportion of HP is higher than 70%, attack decreases by 60%. I think this is standard for all of them. When the proportion of HP is lower than 40%, attack increases by 60%. The attack defense and HP of your team is increased by 75%. Boss damage is decreased by 50% if you are using one of the following team synergies: Kid Flash, Pandora. Stats increased by 100% if team synergy is level 2, and then 150% if team levels 3. Okay, so now I think we'll see the problem with my team that I was using. You see how Superman's right up there in the front? You see how he's dealing all that damage? Let's get you guys out of there. So now we have the sacrifice mechanic, healing. The other healer that I would have would be Black Canary, but she needs to be in level link for that to go. And then you could use Phantom Stranger. I'm going to need to put in, I think, a tank. He would be the preferred tank because he does not have a weakness to super power damage, just like Superman does. However, I can't use him because he's not a level link yet, so he is low. And I don't want to put Superman in, so I think I might have to go bite the bullet on some gems, so I can put. I mean, for the time being, we can't put in Penguin and Grodd and see if they can hold their own. I'm going to put. Let's do that. Let's do it this way. We'll do Pandora then that. Because Pandora, the way she takes her health away, I want to keep her alive. We will not do skip battle. I will let you see it first, and I will watch to be sure that I haven't screwed something up. Deploy this. Let's make you go first, though. So you attack him. Then you won't be able to stun him. And then we get the final attack here. Okay. Nope, we're not removing. We're going back. And start. Okay. Kid Flash is correct. Let's see if your healing can stand up to my nuclear barrier. Well, there's some sacrifice. Did we get the nuclear barrier now? Whoa, wait, what? Where's his nuclear barrier? Doing solid damage, I feel like. Okay, yeah, nuclear field. So now's the time where we need to do a bunch of healing and sacrifices. And if we can get past the meters here, if we can hammer this all the way up, there's sacrifice. So we went all the way down. So now he hurts himself. Yo, okay, cool. And then Constantine sacrifices himself on his as well. Okay. So then the next time that field comes up, that's when, and oh, okay. Now this might be the first time to make an argument, at least for me, a consistent argument for doing the ultimates manually. So, oh, but she's about to do her sacrifice. Yep, that rewinded all the way down. So now he's going to take more damage. It feels as though he's not taking a lot of damage, though. I mean, I guess it's keeping us from taking the damage, but it doesn't feel like it's causing a huge dent. We're only 20% of the way through his health bar right now. Oh, and then also this kind of gives me a further indication that those lifesteal mechanics from Zatanna, those passive can't proc passives. So putting her here in terms of like maybe you want to use that lifesteal as heal. It's lifesteal, it's not heal. So it won't work in this scenario. And now I think Constantine goes, or we're gonna have Constantine and Kid Flash go. Oh yeah, so with any of them, at least at this current level where I'm at, if any of them uses their ultimate, then that's enough to remove that force field. To remove that nuclear field. Okay. Good to know. I feel like he's not taking any damage though right now. So now he has his filled up. Kid Flash heals. Oh, it didn't take away as much then. And how long do I have? I have until his next turn. Can we get another ultimate out there real quick before we get hurt, guys? One more ultimate? Yeah. So now we get rid of that field. Hold up. I need to know how long this field lasts. Nuclear field. Well, I mean, if the force field does not absorb maximum value at the end of the duration. So what is the duration now? Oh, 2 turns. So I was worried it was just 1 turn. So we have 2 turns to get off one of the ultimates from Pandora, Constantine, or Kid Flash. And I have strategically put them in the front so that way one of those 3 ultimates is going to go whenever we get through our turns. Or that's the plan at least. Like that. And then the other 2, I mean, Grodd and Penguin's ultimates are okay, but they're definitely not useful here. So I'd rather just have those 3 go. I think we're in a good way. And I'm actually starting to wonder, oh, I know where we're going to screw up. Check out right over here where you see the turns. And this is why you have to watch. So I've been skipping his battle beforehand and just doing what it said. And then nothing would change. And the reason why is because we only got 15 turns to do all this damage. And so he doesn't kill us, but we don't kill him either. So then we lose. Huh. Okay. Yeah. That explains it. So we got up to 82% on him. I don't know if we did it in this run, but we have done it before. Actually, now I'm curious to know if I do put Superman in, and I'll do skip battle this time to see if it gets to be any better. And let's say, nope, we keep the heals. Let's say Superboy, and we don't care what they do, honestly. Yeah, see, nobody died there. They were all still standing. It just timed out. So what I'm going to have to do is I think I'm at this level. Like, this is where I'm at. So I'm going to have to rework my team or, not even rework my team, or wait until I can level them up a little bit more to get past. I mean, it is level 12, so it should be hard. In any case, that is DeathStorm from Evil Falls. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and a dislike. I'm okay with that as well. And I'll see you next time.